Should I put this speck down? Horton thought with alarm. If I do, these small persons may come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't. After all, a person's a person no matter how small. So here we are at our second center. This is Dr. Seuss inspired, and the premise behind it is why fit in when you're born to stand out. You're watching the internet's leading early childhood innovation channel. Each week, we release new videos spotlighting innovation in preschools, kindergartens, and early childhood centers from all over the world. Hey, I'm Michelle, and welcome to Early Childhood Innovation. As you can probably tell, I'm filming this at home right now. Like many of you, I'm in lockdown in response to coronavirus. However, I'm really excited to share this next episode with you because I can't really think of a better time to watch some videos as well as work on some professional development. So as you just saw, we're visiting the second Above and Beyond Center today. And the whole design is inspired by Dr. Seuss. How neat is that? While we were there, the children were visited by a local author. They also put on an amazing performance to one of her stories. It's gonna be lots of fun, so stick around. And if you're liking this content, and I think that you might, please hit the thumbs up. That'd be a delight. Subscribe to our channel to see more of our show. And show your support, leave a comment below. Now that I've made a total embarrassment of myself, let's get right to the video. Hi!
Welcome to Above and Beyond.
Thank you!
I'm Leone.
Michelle, nice to meet you.
This is Dr. Seuss.
How brilliant. Wow, look at the lighting.
Yeah, with the books.
With the book.
Yeah. Our trademark, Fish in a Fireplace.
No Cinderella slipper this time, because it's not the theme. A person's a person no matter how small.
So cute because poke through that window.
Oh!
Based on Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the quotes out because a lot of what he talks about embodies our philosophy, like that's overthinks you can think, and free thinking and thinking outside the box.
The space is definitely open. You
Yeah.
can change it around to suit what's going on in the room.
And being able to move it so that if they're really into focusing on one area, you can make it bigger, or the books can be in a quieter area, and so it's an open-ended environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even the cupboard. So Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Was this for the costume development?
So this is, I guess, an example of what they've been creating with our parents' cutouts, and then obviously they've just used different colours that they would like to use and painted it wherever they would like to choose. And little white frames around the windows just makes it a little bit more quirky. Yeah, a little fireplace for a little nook.
Yeah.
Sometimes they fill up with cushions and we'll just go and sit in there.
Cozy.
Yeah.
And I've seen two children, one with their back beside one, and they just have this little private conversation in there as well. Just creates a different space within a big space.
Right.
When you're developing it, and I've only had this experience now through Above and Beyond, the centres, like you picture this thing in your head and you have these resources and the chairs and everything, and you think, oh, that's how it's going to be, and then the children come in and it's completely different. They make it their own, and they're using things that you normally wouldn't use for things, and it's amazing to see it come alive.
We can go through to our toddler room and have a look in there.
This is our Dr. Seuss house in a house.
Oh, I might have to check it out.
Because it's so
You're not allowed on.
I can get out the window, that's the best.
You come look with me. These pathways are a little bit, designed to just encourage them to take a little bit of risk.
And it's all different sort of bumps.
I
And
have to tell even adults, just watch out for the bumps while
mind
you're
yourself.
walking. This is one of their favourite parts of the playground.
Rightfully so.
Woo! Hold on. Pardon?
We'll sit
All
down
right.
and hold on. Are you ready? It's going to come back your way, Michelle. So
Woo!
show me, guys.
In your picture.
The costumes we saw earlier are for a performance. The children prepared a song and dance to one of their favorite books. And today is really exciting because they get to meet the author and perform the dance for her. So let's see how that goes.
Just going to welcome you into Above and Beyond Te Puna, and this is all our lovely children in our office room. This is Rebecca.
Kia ora, tamariki. You're going to sing my puka puka? Yeah? I heard you guys are really good at it. That's what I've come out for today, to see you guys perform. So, ko Rebecca aho. My name is Rebecca, and I am here today to read the story with you and share some actions with you, and then you're going to share them with me. Does that sound like a good idea? So show me your hands. Can everybody do that? And you can say this with me and use your fingers like this to point to your thumb and say ah, e, o, u. You know those vowels, don't you?
Kia ora, tamariki mā.
Kiko, kiwi and hoiho.
Decided
Decided to explore the great forest. Kiwi took pride in being their guide. With packs on their back, they set out on the track to see who they could meet. The feet danced around with the beautiful sounds, and they sang as they walked happily. Ready? Tahi, rua, toru, wha. Tane Mahuta has a forest. A-E-I-O-U. One of my characters has gone missing. Where's Weta? I thought I brought him with me. Let me check my bag. He's gone. I think he's playing hide and seek. Shall we go look for him? Let's all have a look. Think he's in the forest? There he is!
Hey guys, how about you guys want to get ready to show Rebecca how you guys do the song?
Yes,
Do you want to give her back her bit?
And a daughter up there, stretch up high towards the sky, branches up a daughter.
Yeah, I lived there for 8 years.
Where'd you live?
Toronto.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I just got here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, being away from New Zealand, so you really appreciate what home is all about when you leave.
So you wrote the book when you were back in New Zealand?
Yes. Yes, I did. I was singing parts of it when I was in Canada with them when they were really little, but I completed it when I came home and didn't have a job. So that gave me the space and the time to do it.
Yeah. So how many books have you written?
This is my this was my second. I've got 3.
You've had 3, okay. And were they all inspired by wanting to teach your
My
own
kids.
children?
Yeah, they were. And actually my inspiration was Auntie B and how she combined English and te reo in a waiata with actions because it made it really fun for the children to learn, and I noticed that as soon as my kids were doing it, that the actions really drew them in, and they were learning these new kupu, new words, along with this song. So when we got them fully translated, they already knew so many of the words, so that made it really easy for them to pick up the full Māori version. So bless her, because she left us last year. She was my inspiration for how I look at writing these when I do write them now, which is the combination just to make them fun.
So there's a theme here. This is something we saw a couple weeks ago at the Tariko Center when the children performed a song in both English and te reo.
It's an interesting way to have children learn about another culture or a second language. What do you think? Have you done something similar? We're going to have a chat with Leone now, but we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for having us. That was a lovely performance. I'm wondering if you can tell me about the performance and how it came to be.
They have been in love with that story for a long time since it came out and we received the story. They were just really inspired with the actions, and so we thought that creating costumes would just add a little bit more depth into it. So that's how it came about.
So the children sort of liked the story, got really into it, and you thought, how can we go above and beyond with the story?
Indeed. Yeah.
And tell me about the costumes. How did that come to life?
Well, they were just going to create them together, and then actually one of our families have a laser design business, so they actually helped us create the costumes. So we drew the cutouts with the children, and then they cut them out for us and brought them in, and then we could paint them and dye them, and now they're about to put them all together. I think when you create costumes with children, it can be quite hard because you kind of see a process as an adult and as a teacher, and then you see from their point of view, they might not want to paint a stick brown, so I think you've got to think of them as well when you're creating things, is that it can be hard because you can see the finished product, but children...
I think too, although we made trees, the fact that a parent took it, cut it out for us, where aside from a closed-ended activity, you're bringing the family into it, and that was the journey that took. Like it doesn't always have to be about the open-ended, like of the children creating it. The fact that the family was involved in that, and then you have the options out on the table for them to make it whatever colour they want to make it. It doesn't have to be restricted, and the creativity comes from the singing and the dancing and things like that. It's not just about the costume.
What it looks like.
For them, it's exciting to be able to look like how they want to look. So.
They are definitely super proud of the bow. I've had a few parents tell me that they come home and they bow after dinner, or they bow, after they've sung a song, they'll be like waiting for their mum or dad to clap because they're, I guess, used to us being like, yay, good job.
All right, so thanks both to Leone and Olivia for allowing us to see a performance with a local author come in, have her read the story at first, and then see the children's rendition. It was really something special. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Oh, they appreciate it too. And Rob. Thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. And again, something as simple as hitting that thumbs up or leaving a comment below really helps to support our channel, so go ahead and give us some love. Next week, we're going to be visiting our third Above and Beyond Center. I can't quite tell you where we're going, but I might be able to say that when we get there, we're going to be in a real rabbit hole at that wonderland. So until then, be well, take care of yourself, and remember that everyone's an innovator.